Hi, everybody. Happy New Year, and thanks so much for joining me. Before we get started, please take a second to click subscribe to my channel to keep up with all of my latest investing and personal finance content. And please check out the link you see on your screen for a message from our sponsor, The Motley Fool, where you can get the top 10 stocks to buy right now. All right, so it is the beginning of 2023. Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway have been pretty active in the stock market in recent years, but there's a lot of what we should call Buffett-like companies that Warren Buffett does not own in Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio. So I'm joined by my good friend Tyler Crow, who has a really interesting idea of a very Buffett-like business that is mysteriously absent from Buffett's investment strategy. What is it, Tyler?
Yeah, so I'm going to use one proxy here for an entire industry, and it's waste management, the company, because waste management, the industry, is so lucrative. So here's a great statistic for you. As of right now, there are 12 publicly traded waste management related companies that are more than micro cap size, right? Of those 12, 7 of them are market beating over the long term. So in terms of value creation, waste management and waste handling, hazardous waste material handling is one of the most frequent producers of or like the highest hit rate of stocks that are market beaters. So incredibly good businesses, and the frequency of them being market beaters shows that, in that Buffett sense, like a ham sandwich could run these companies and they would make a boatload of money. So this is what, to me, is so compelling about this industry. Extremely high barriers to entry because of permitting and the capital that's involved in getting landfills and the network that's required to actually make these things happen. On top of that, they throw off a lot of cash. It's a lot of recurring revenue that isn't too economically sensitive. They can typically pass on price increases even in recessionary environments because its primary driver of revenue is waste collection. If people aren't going to stop paying for their municipal waste to be taken away. And so to me, the only reason I can think that it hasn't been a significant part of the portfolio at any time is because waste management, the company and the industry in general, rarely goes on sale. Like waste management has barely traded below 20 times earnings in a decade for the simple fact it's a quality company. And so to me, I think this is a perfect addition to the portfolio. To the fact, I don't know, I would say just buy the whole damn thing and make it part of the operating portfolio.
Yeah, it seems like it could be an opportunity to really kind of build a mini conglomerate within Berkshire around waste management, the industry. Kind of what they did with Berkshire Hathaway Energy. It seems like a very Buffett-like business that should be in the portfolio.
Yeah. Why it's not, I don't know.
So a stock I've been saying that Buffett should buy for years is a real estate investment trust called Realty Income. Ticker symbol is O. And it's really not a far leap from what Buffett's already invested in. Berkshire is one of the biggest, I think they are the individual biggest shareholder in Store Capital, which recently announced it's going to be taken private. And Realty Income is a very, very similar business to Store Capital. They specialize in freestanding properties, mostly in the retail space. About 80% of the portfolio is occupied by retail businesses, but it's very recession resistant and e-commerce resistant retail. Like Walgreens is a top tenant. Dollar stores are a big part of Realty Income's portfolio. They recently bought their first gaming property up in Boston. So it's a really interesting business model, very kind of stable cash flow, long-term triple net leases, over 11,000 properties in the portfolio. It's a much bigger company than Store Capital, so it could be a much more meaningful investment for Berkshire Hathaway. But it's designed for stability and growth no matter what. And just the proof is in the numbers. Realty Income first listed on the public markets in 1994, and since then it has delivered roughly quadruple the S&P 500's return, 14.4% annualized total return since 94. It has a 4.7% dividend yield. And not only that, it's paid over 630 consecutive monthly dividend payments dating back to before it was even a public company. And since it's been a public company, it has raised that dividend not just annually, but for 101 consecutive quarters, it has increased that payout over time. So To me, that has Buffett written all over it.
Yeah, the only thing that, like with waste management being at a premium all the time, the one thing I would only say that maybe why not is you're saying because it's a REIT, they're not allowed to have somebody go over 5% ownership. And so, you can't own a lot. It's almost same thing with waste management. It's like maybe buy the whole thing because buying only 5% of it and then having to sell every single time because of, dividends and things like that may not be worth the headache.
Yeah, and a lot of people used to ask me, like, why didn't Buffett buy, 30%, 40% of store capital? And the answer is they
Exactly.
can't. But Realty Income is significantly bigger than store capital to the point where it would be a much more meaningful investment in the portfolio. There are some REITs that Buffett could actually make meaningful stakes in if he wanted to. And I think this is one that should definitely belong in the portfolio. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by more than 3 times. So go to fool.com/Frankel to get your 10 stock picks now. The Motley Fool Stock Advisor returns are 338% as of 12/21/2022 and are measured against the S&P 500 returns of 110% as of 12/21/2022.